Thanks for joining me this morning. This morning's YouTube is going to be the most important YouTube that I've done in quite some time because I'm going to be plain and simple with you. And if you pay attention, take notes, understand exactly what I'm saying, and stick with me through most of the video, you're going to be a better trader for it. So right now, the first thing I want to suggest to everybody is stop doing stupid shit. Now, this is going to mean a lot of different things for everybody. But for me, when I do stupid shit, it's like I get overly aggressive on an options play. I want to be in a certain position, so I'll just buy into it. Or even better, I'm holding a position. It finally turns green. I'm a few $100s profitable, or 500 or 1,000. I'm 18% profitable for being 20% red or something to that extent. And I say to myself, okay, time to sell. And I sell, not focusing on the bigger picture. And I'm going to explain exactly what that means. But the bigger picture, looking at the SPY, saying the SPY is 451, thinking the SPY was going up to 454. An example from the other day. I'm holding call options. The SPY is sitting at 451. I think it's going up 3 more points. And I was correct. And I was in call options, understanding that if the SPY is going 3/4 of a point higher, right, 0.75% higher, so are my stocks. So are my call options. And that is probably another 10 to 20%. So again, my reasoning for exiting out of these trades were, hey, profit is profit. It's 10 minutes into the trade or 10 minutes into the morning. Let me take profit. Let me go about my day. Let me go work out. I don't have to worry. I don't have to stress. Because I talk about stress-free trading, right? The 3 S's. Have a complete strategy. Stress-free trading and securing profit. Well, right there, it fits under all 3. And it's great trading that way. I've been really happy with myself trading. I'm going to talk about some of my trades and the strategy I had to enter them so that you understand exactly what I'm looking for, because there are different types of trades. And I can mention them real quick. You've got momentum trades, right? You'll say 3 straight inflow days in a stock. You look at the algos and flows by using something like a Discord. You could easily join our Discord. We got it right there. Okay. But I don't want to make this commercial right now. But the point is, you have a reason for investing. So then you say, okay, where can the stock pull back to? You might look at the 5-day chart and say, okay, if it pulls back, I'd be happy with entry here. That's how I invest. So again, there's a momentum play. You're looking for inflow, inflow, inflow. Let's just see if I can find a stock like that. Again, I generally do these live every morning at 8:30 a.m., but I had these important lessons that I just wanted to share, and why I'm in the moment and thinking about exactly what I want to share. That's the best time to share. That's as clear as I can be. So again, understand, I'm here every morning at 8:30 a.m. most of the time to answer questions, to share information about the day, but basically to make you a better trader. Even if it's just telling you my strategy about nibbling, so asking for 3% more on the way in. Meaning, there's another example or a lesson. When I enter a trade, so I'm using Robinhood, and I'm like, okay, well, here we go. Bum, bum, bum. I want to enter UAL calls, United Airline calls. Remember, United Airlines, it's up 3.25% after earnings. The SPY is down 0.626% as I shoot this. The Qs are down 0.68 because Netflix missed, and I have a Netflix story as well. But I'm going to talk about certain plays and certain stocks. So you want to stick with me so you can understand what I'm saying, so you can use that information when you're making your play, okay, or a similar play, or let's say, I'm talking about a certain industry. So again, let's just go on with that, okay? So United Airlines, I was expecting a beat. Delta already beat. I believe United Airlines has run better. So I was expecting United Airlines to beat. I dropped a video about that I was in these $55 strikes. Well, United Airlines right now, again, the expiration is Friday. I actually secured profit. That's what I do. I paper hand shit. I mean, I'm honest with you. Okay, a lot of you are so much better traders because you hold on to things, and that's what I was talking about. When the SPY is 351, I think the SPY is going up 3 points. Why would I exit out of calls? I do it to avoid risk because I've got myself in trouble. Now, here's a quick story. Again, a lesson for you all. Netflix, right? We just ended Q2. They just reported Q2 numbers, and Netflix is down after hours, probably 5 or 6%, down like 40 points, something like that. Here's a story for you. 2 years ago, I was crushing it, $2,500 into a Netflix trade, right before earnings, because it pumps into earnings. And again, I wasn't live this morning. We were at my daughter's birthday party. We went to the water park. So that was Wednesday morning. I'm sorry, because I would have probably gave this story. Now, last year it didn't work, but 2 years ago, here's the story. I was going to crush it. I took $2,500. I turned it into 9 Netflix contracts. I bought it at Netflix was down on the day, like 15 points. It was like $486. I bought in right at the perfect time. From there, before close, it spiked to $524. So I was up like 39 points or something like that killing it. I went to sell it, and Robinhood was telling me that I was going to do the PTT a violation because my account was small. It was $2,500, right? Up until like 25,000, up until like probably like 36,000. But again, it had my account under. So it messed with my head. I should have sold and took profit, but I didn't because I was a gambler back then. But here's the thing for people that put all their money. So my account was all in Netflix calls going into the earnings call. Now it finished at 5.25, and I said to myself, 10% is the move. 50 points. If I'm correct, and this goes up to $475, right? As opposed to, or actually it was 5.25. So it went up to $575 as opposed to losing 50 points, which it ended up doing. It went down to $474 the next day. Then it spiked up. I think I got $1,600 out of that 30,000. I can't believe I even got $1,600 out. But I remember I'm like, okay, if they're going to pay me this, it's not worth anything. I'm like $30 out of the money, right? At 575, I was making a lot of money. But here's the point. I was thinking that $62,000 was going to become $250,000, 270,000, something like that. So I put all my eggs in one basket. So you never want to do that. So that's your second lesson. The third lesson for anybody out there, you've got to be able to do day trades. Now lately, and I even made trades today at the water park, but I made good trades. I was in, and I'm going to talk about those trades again, but I made quick, accurate trades. I was in Roblox puts. I was in NVIDIA puts. I secured profit. I'm like, I'm going to make $70 on this contract. I'll make $150 on this contract. Roblox, I got a little lucky, and I still exited out too soon. I got Amazon calls this morning up 100%, and I'm going to tell you why I entered into these positions. So stick with me because you can use the same reasoning for your trades, okay? But again, so that was the story. I thought I was going to have $250,000. I was walking to Publix. I was checking my phone, and Netflix actually beat, except they said that subscriptions were down and the estimates for the third quarter were down, and that's why the stock dropped. But they actually beat the number. So I don't know what the number was yesterday, but that was my Netflix story, and that's putting all your eggs in one basket. So that's your second lesson today, okay? The first lesson is stop with the stupid shit. The stupid shit for me is if I think the market's going higher by 3 points, why am I selling at 10 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. securing profit on those calls? If I think the market's going to drop, which is at all possible because we're finally seeing some resistance at the level we're at. And I'll get to that this morning for everybody that sticks around, wants to know my SPY level for Thursday. I'm going to share that with you. That's what I do. That's the information I share. But okay, so, and I've been pretty damn accurate. Monday, I said 3-point range from the top to the bottom. What happened on Monday? Boom, that's exactly what we saw. We saw 2.86 was from the bottom to the top. Then on Tuesday, which is the last time I was live, right? Because today is Wednesday as I'm shooting this for Thursday. I said we're going to see 4, possibly 5 points on the bottom side. We can see 450. I think it was 450.06. And you add 4 or 5 points. You're like, okay, 455. Did we even see 456 on Tuesday? We might have. So let's just see what the SPY did today. So I'll get you right into what I'm going to do. And then I'll tell you about my trades and how my trades are going to help you. So today we went 456 to 454, 2.3 points. So again, small range, 65 million. Okay. In between volume, we saw 44 million on Monday. We saw 80 million on Tuesday. So that's what the difference is. You want to talk about things. I want to follow the 80 million. Okay. So again, 2-point range, you're probably going to see a 3 to 4 point range on Thursday. So understand that. Meaning if the bottom is, let's say 453, then the top's going to be 457. If you see the market turn bullish and we find support at 453, and you'll have to check the dark pools, and you could do that on our Discord. We have all the dark pool levels. But I want to get into my trades because I wanted to talk about the different setups that I've been doing for certain trades. Now I'm going to tell you why I got into them and why they were profitable and when I secured profit. Okay. The first trade, let me just get to the bottom here. Where are my trades? Okay, Roblox. So what was I doing? I was looking at the Roblox puts. Now, here's what you can see. Okay, so you can see the Roblox puts. Here's the bottom line. So I was just going by the chart. I didn't know Roblox was going to spike, but I saw the W forming. So I said, I want some Roblox puts. Now, what happened after that? Boom, you got a massive spike. So I was just checking out certain things on my watch list. Now, on my watch list, I had Roblox. I have SPXS, which is the triple bear of the SPY. I had NVIDIA. I have a Disney calls that I made the other day. Those Disney calls, right? Disney calls, where are those at? Up 53%, up 49% today. So Disney had a good day. NVIDIA puts, which is what I was watching. Okay, so this is still on my watch list, but this one, when did I get in? towards the bottom of the same freaking W, $4.70. When did I get out? $6.25, which is right in there. It went up to like $8.40. So yeah, it was stupid. Okay, $6.25 from $4.70 though is a quick what, $165. Again, I was busy today. I might have traded maybe about 25 minutes, and I was being extremely aggressive. Now here's the thing. No, I didn't nibble. On the way in, when I buy, I'm paying the ask most time because I'm extremely aggressive about my positions. But here's the thing. I don't always start out green. Okay. A lot of times I start out minus 10 or minus 20%, which is why when I purchase, here's another lesson, right? Your third or fourth lesson this morning. So please, if you like this video, share this video. But third or fourth lesson today, when I buy contracts, man, I used to buy hundreds of contracts, and then I bought 50 contracts, and then I bought 40. So I'm not a killer anymore. I buy a few contracts. I might end up with like 16, 24, maybe 18, maybe 8, maybe only 4. The point is, I buy them one at a time. I'm buying at a contract. I think it's a good price because I'm so FOMO. That's another one of my downfalls. That's what I'm sharing with you. I have FOMO. I see proper entry, and I'm like, I want to be in XYZ calls. All right, I'll pay $1.02. Then from $1.02, boom, as soon as I buy 5-minute rule, right now it's 88 cents or $88 per contract. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm down, like 16.2%. What do I want to do? Well, shit, I'll buy 4 more contracts, and then I'll send out an alert. Like finally I'm down like 16.2%. I know it's not getting much worse, and I might start out down 5%. So when I give the alert, it actually drops another 5%. I might buy another 4, 5, 6 contracts, whatever it is. As soon as it goes up like 2%, I'm finally green. It's 2%. It's back at $86 a contract. So that's how I also play out. Even if I'm talking about, let's say, $10,000 plays, I'm entering at $300. I'm never so perfect where I enter and then shit spikes and it's at 400%. I'm like, damn it, why didn't I put in like $6,000? No, I usually suck at trading. My entry is always early. I always have FOMO. I always say XYZ stock could come down here, which would be the perfect entry for calls. Now let's talk about what I've given out the past couple of weeks. 2 Mondays ago, I said gold. I gave out a specific play on the gold 180s that returned over 100%. It returned 188%. So while you're here, if you like what I'm doing, thumbs up. This week, my play was UAL. I made a whole video about United Airlines and why they were going to beat earnings. I said, I did the numbers. I thought they were going to beat. I thought they'd beat by 10%. They beat by like $1 or something like that. I guess I was surprised they're not up more after hours. Now, again, am I holding any position? No, because I'm one of the worst traders. I have such paper hands. I have great strategy on a lot of freaking trades. I have the most paper hands. I mean, I used to play poker, high stakes poker. I played blackjack for 8 months of my life. I made $180,000 in 8 months. I'm very good with numbers. But here's the catch. I'm terrible. It's not like I have a panic, but I'm anxious. I'm overly anxious. So there's another lesson for you. If you're overly anxious, what do? Well, what do? I go to the gym. I go for a walk. I take the dog for a walk. I have a quick smoke outside. I tell myself that no matter when I enter, I'm always down 11% to start. So 5-minute rule is imposed. Instead of buying something, I'll be like 5 minutes. Just give it 5 minutes. I don't tweet it out. I don't post on Discord. I say, you're about to buy XYZ Corp. Give it 5 minutes. And 5 minutes later, I get a much better entry. And I feel so much more confident. Now, here's another lesson. When you're in a position and you grab the best entry, and even when the stock looks beat up, you're like, okay, well, this stock is only off, 2-3% in my position. When your entry is so good, you can hold even longer. Again, so follow the larger spectrum of things. Okay, so I spoke about NVIDIA. I spoke about roadblocks. I don't want to speak about the triple, the triple inverse SPXS. I was in calls at 10 cents. I sold at like 16 cents today. But again, I thought I could go higher. It was just whatever. The Disney calls, again, I posted those on Discord, so I can actually show you. I think I could pull that up. Let me just see what I do on Discord. Discord, where's Matt's trades? Matt's trades. Here we go. Okay, here it is. Disney, not trading, but my Disney alert just hit $85.80. Okay, $85.80. Now, again, the market's been somewhat a little crazy. It's at $86.50, so it's not killing it. It's 80 cents higher. But actually, if you see what Disney did this morning, it was spiking out of the gate to what, $89, $88, $88. $88 was the high. Oh, $87.89. So $88 was the high, yeah. So again, I scalped 20% the other day. It went to $86.30 the other day, and I was like, yep, 20% just paid itself. But again, these are just, random alerts. Here's the Amazon one. These went to $2 today. These freaking calls went to $2 today. The market was struggling part of today. They went to $2. The UAL again. I suggested people can get out at 120. What happened? Of course, it spiked as soon as I sold. It spiked. And again, I thought they would beat. Estimates were like $4.04, $4.01. I thought they'd come at $4.29, which is what, a 7% beat. I actually thought it'd be up 7% after hours. The reason I sold is because the reason what's happening now. It's up 3% after hours. It's at 56.60, making the monetary value of the $55 calls, which I shot a video about, literally what, $1.62, and then you have the time value for tomorrow and the next day. You'll have some volatility at open. So if you get a spike, I mean, I was really looking for $2. $2 would have made me happy. $2.30 was my exit, and if it hits $2.30 tomorrow, you might actually hear me curse Friday morning, nice and early. Okay, so what other trades did I enter? Yeah, United Airlines to Disney, right? I just showed those off. Coin calls up 97% completely, 73% today. Again, I'm only one contract, two contracts, three contracts, one contract. The Amazon calls. Again, you going back a week, here are the Amazon calls, right? Here they were, 77 cents. They went as low as $62 before I purchased them at 92. Yeah, I got out, 129. It spiked so high. I can't believe I didn't hold those longer. The UALs closed at 140. Again, I sold at 120. So they're what, 22% higher? No, 20% higher than when I sold. So again, not the best trader. And UAL's up 3.25% after hours, if not a little more. So again, strategy is great. Oh, this is good. I had a Netflix call that I sold today and I claimed profit. And I took 87%, but 87% was a little over $1,800 on one Netflix call. Again, it ran into earnings. I remember the story. I told the story earlier. It was part of a lesson. If you like it, you should go back and listen to it. But that was a great trade. It made my entire day, right? $1,700. Carry it forward. I had a Tesla call that I sold earlier today again. That position actually turned negative 0.34%. Okay. Not even 1 full percent. So when I'm in a losing position, I use a stop loss to cut my losses. If you're not using a stop loss, okay, 2 more lessons. You must use a stop loss, a trailing stop loss. Oh, Carvana, which is my next trade. I'm still holding because I mentioned this morning and I posted on Webull and probably another 2 platforms, maybe Twitter. I said I wanted $22 for my $36 Carvana call. Now, Carvana was opening at like $58 on like $36 call. It should be worth $2,200. It never opened at 58. It only went as high as 54. I said I was going to put my phone down all day. I didn't, but I decided that I wasn't going to lie to people. I didn't want to sell it for less than $2,200 per contract. I bought it for $3.04 or $304. I want to sell it for $2,200. I want over 600%. Now, why did I buy Carvana? I mentioned it twice on YouTube. So first of all, if you like what I do, thumbs up, please. Make a comment on the side. You're more than welcome to join me tomorrow. But Carvana, if anybody missed this, okay, because I've mentioned it literally, I've probably done 8 live streams in the past 10 trading days. I took off for my daughter's birthday and we went to the water park today. But prior to that, Carvana was $26, and I made a video, 2 morning live streams where I said they were buying the $50 calls. And I said how ridiculous it is because Carvana is not even close to $50. It would need to go up a full 100%. And I was like, they interest me, and it's fun to play, especially when Carvana dips. You could buy it. So what about now, Matt? What about at $54? No, I'm still looking that it clears $58 tomorrow, and I think it went to 60 over after hours. I don't know where it is because I don't really care because it could open even less tomorrow morning. It started out this latest run at $32, and now we're talking about, or I'm talking about $54, possibly $58, which would be my exit, $2,200 per contract, up 600%. But the point is, I spoke about it 2 different occasions. $50 calls they were buying when the stock was in its 20s. When the stock was in its low 30s, which is what, yesterday morning, the day before. Again, mentioned twice, $50 calls. Again, now here's my thought process. I'm like, okay, say it gets to $52, Matt. You're getting $2 back. You're putting in this. It's like a 400% return. It's a great return. But you're talking about the stock has to go up 100%. There's got to be a better play than this. But it didn't stop at $50. That's the thing. My thought process is it stops at $52. Let me get $2 per contract. Shit, if it goes up to $60, that's $1,000. That's $10 a contract. Now their investment about 44 cents to $1,000, so $44 to $1,000. That's like what, 20 times, 20x. So yes, I mentioned it twice. I only have one contract. Of course, I only have one Carvana, and I only had one Netflix. Why? Because my Netflix contract, I paid $2,100. So the fact that it's up, when I sold it $3,942, making $1,842. I mean, that's a score. I don't usually play big contracts like that. $2,000 is a big play, but I only bought one contract. The Tesla I only had one. Amazon I only had two. Disney I had two. Nvidia I had two, but at different strikes. And I'm a puss there. I'm sorry. I could have done better at that, and I'm sorry to insult myself. But again, I sold it when Nvidia was 471 today, and it actually dropped down to like 468 and high change. So again, I didn't hold it long enough, and I thought the market could contract. So let's get into my prediction for Thursday. I appreciate everybody joining me. Let's stop sharing this screen. Let me see if I can share a different screen right now, and we'll get into the actual charts in my prediction. Let's add it to the stream. And yeah, I'm looking at Amazon. Amazon had a little buying end of the day. AMD, yeah, it had a shitty end of the day. We're looking at the 1 minute chart. So, I mean, you could see 117, 116.40 if I was to pull up a 1 hour. And I'm just trying to share. Hopefully you guys can see this with me. You can. Sometimes I go off tangent. I share a little more. I'm just seeing a pullback here. I mean, AMD could technically go down to, I don't know, 115 flat. That's where I'd probably look for support. I'd probably look at it the dark pool. Palantir, staying away from that. There's certain stocks that I'm staying away from. Disney, Caterpillar, interesting if you can afford it. Starbucks, I mean, if knowing how the market finished, if you want to check out the 1 hour or the 5 minute, I mean, the full day, Starbucks was finishing strong. Shit started to sell off right here, and Starbucks was 101.04 because I almost entered another position. So it was 101.04. Who was it? Right about here. Okay. But I was at the pool. I'm going down water slides. And I'm like, Starbucks looks strong. I expect the market to tank. I actually thought the market was going to pull back. So I'm expecting Starbucks to pull back too, because people don't like Starbucks lately. And what did it do? It closed near the 102. And 102s were the calls. They went as low as $28 or $27 this morning. They spiked up to like $59, $60. Probably finished better than that. I mean, Starbucks finished strong. So you're looking at different stocks. I look at the 5 minute, the 1 minute. Caterpillar sold off. It opened up down, got bought up right quickly, and did a recovery. Caterpillar is an institutional kind of play. Nvidia, DraftKings. DraftKings sold off end of day. Look, sold off with some strong volume for DraftKings. So I might look to buy DraftKings. If I was going to repurchase and re-enter DraftKings, I'd want to be under 30, well, in the $30 range, but I'd really want to be, I'd want to be at the low of the day. I want to be somewhere in support here, $30.43. On a dip or something to that extent. Uber, Disney doesn't really interest me anymore. I get into Disney plays. Palantir, and when it goes up, it's very light volume. It's sold off on some heavy volume. I expect probably some more consolidation. If Palantir goes up, you're looking at $20 by Friday. If Palantir pulls back, it could drop another 8%. It could drop another $1.64. It could drop down to $15.36. I know I was going to give you my SPY prediction, right? That's why I pulled up this freaking chart in the first place. So let me find the SPY. I got Rivian, Tesla, the Qs. Again, we know. Let's see where Meta did after hours. We can't really see that, so because it's too late in the day, and I'm getting tired. All right, 455. We had a 2-point range today, 2.5. So tomorrow, 455.20. We closed that. Let's just see the 1 hour. We found a little support, 454. So yeah, okay. We drop down. We find support. 454. Yep, right about here. Okay, perfect. 454 tomorrow. Yep. And if that is support tomorrow and we trade a 3-point range, because it's only Thursday, then you'll see 457 on the top side. So there's I guess you can call that bullish prediction, because we'd be at 457 at some point tomorrow, which would be up 1.8 points, which would be up, 0.36%. It wouldn't be a killer move day. It's probably going to be a tight range day. If you find better volume, you'll probably see a spike higher. If you see a quick drop, then it's only the things to come. It's showing that there's market maybe having a reversal, which I've been looking for a number of days. I do think we saw the start of a reversal. Remember, everything's been buy the dip lately, so they're continuing to buy the dip. I mentioned my trades today. Roadblocks, I was following the chart only. Nvidia, I know I wanted to get Nvidia puts, which I bought 2 times today. Disney, I got into a Disney call. Coin likes to fluctuate. So once you find the bottom of a coin chart, you could easily get a couple of dollar bounce higher on the calls. Same with the put. When coin rejects, it generally drops $3 or $4. You can make a quick score on the puts. Amazon, I was in calls. Now, I was pissed yesterday because I was in Amazon calls and Microsoft was spiking, and I was between Amazon and Microsoft. And I'm like, of course, Microsoft spiked like $12. It would have been for me like 1,000% return. So I'm close. I mentioned the other day I got into United Airlines, and it should have been United Airlines, could have been Carnival. Carnival spiked, made 4.5%, then another 3.5%. I would have returned that 80-90% without even entering the United Airlines trade that I entered, that I secured like what, 25% on. Netflix, I mentioned that it run up until earnings. Tesla, man, Tesla just screwed everybody. Oh, it's 280 after hours. Wow, it finally dropped. Oh, it dropped overnight. Okay, yeah. This is the Robinhood thing where it dropped $10 or 3.63% overnight. That could easily change in the morning. So that's a funny thing for everybody that trades out there. Again, Robinhood has 24-hour trading. I'm not a proponent of it. The overnight trading, I don't even know what the volume is. The fact that it's down 3.63% and it wasn't even down after hours all that much, I don't think. I mean, they reported earnings and they were still green by a few cents. So who knows what Tesla will show up in the morning. I mentioned Starbucks was strong again. It closed at 57 cents. And it was as low as 22 cents today. So again, I'm not telling you Starbucks was a play, but I'm telling you, you could follow that Starbucks 102 call probably for the next 2 days, and you could probably buy, under 30 cents, and you could probably sell it north of 50 cents. I mean, I'm not sure what the market's going to do tomorrow, but that's something I noticed about Starbucks. The NVIDIA puts are a little more pricey, but the Starbucks, $29 or $25 or even $22 turning into $57. That's a hell of a return. You don't even have to get in at the bottom 22. You get in, you see it at 22, 23, 24. You finally get in, it's 26, 27. You sell it at 57. It went as high as 61, but you sell it at 55, let's say. 27 to 55 is what? 27, 55. That's like half, right? 27 and a half, 55. Yes, you're still making 100%. So hopefully my lessons were good today. I talked about 4 lessons. I spoke about 10 stocks. I gave you my SPY range for today. You're looking at maybe 3 points, 454, 457. Let's say it gets completely bearish in the morning, opens up like shit. Then you're looking at maybe we open up at 453. You see where the top is. Maybe the top is 454. If the top is 454, then you might actually see 450 tomorrow or 451. Again, a 3-4 point range. You find the top, you can find the bottom. You find the bottom has support, you can find the top. Thank you for joining me today. Tomorrow is going to be Lotto Friday. I will be live. Bring your questions. Hey, Matt, what about a lottery on this? And I'll be like, hey, wait a second. We don't enter lotteries at 9:30 a.m. We find the worst part of the day, maybe 10:50 a.m., where XYZ Corp looks shitty and you're buying calls for $5 a contract. When it spikes, you're getting 300%. That's a lottery play. A lottery play doesn't mean you're just playing on Friday for an option that expires on Friday. It means you still need strategy. Again, thank you for joining me. If you like what I did,